Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers podcast. Joe Justice here, coming to you from the streets of Charleston. I'm going to be grabbing some people, asking them some business development questions, see what kind of wisdom we can glean from them. I'm really excited about it. Let's go. All right, I am here with JoAnne. JoAnne, tell me a little bit, what do you do? Tell me a little bit about yourself real quick.
Well, I am retired from Xerox Corporation, and I have gone to work for one of my customers, the printing press. Been there probably 7 years now, and loving it. Locally owned company. The people are great. Having a blast.
Awesome. And JoAnne, I got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind. I want to ask you first and foremost, in your experience, what marketing strategies have been the most effective in growing business, and tell me why?
Oh my gosh, Joe, I'll tell you, we just left a BNI meeting. I'd have to say hands down, BNI, which is a networking group that I'm a part of for almost 8 years now, has to be the best marketing strategy we have ever done. I wish I had done it in my Xerox career. It's building relationships, it's getting that foundation of getting to really know people, trust people, and friendships. And it's fun, You gotta have fun.
Yeah, you got to have fun. That's a big part of it. So how do you foster a positive and productive business culture, and why is that so important?
Oh my gosh, positivity is so important. In my Xerox days, we used an acronym called PACE. Positive attitude changes everything, and I've carried that on to this day. It just is infectious, and everybody is, when they're positive, it's just a great relationship. And I'd have to say honesty and just being responsive to your customers, is a great way to do business.
Great. And tell me a little bit about how you set and achieve long-term goals for yourself and for a company.
I probably start out by setting short-term goals first and make that my priority. It just seems to be a little easier to do that. It's staying on top of your game. It's doing education to be the best in your business and in your networking companies. In my Xerox days, I was always trying to stay on top of certifications to move up in the company, and I did. It's staying on top and being the best you can be.
It's really that day-to-day work, right?
Day-to-day, absolutely. You just have to stay on top and in tune with what's going on and with the people that are in your networks.
And you can't do it all in one day, right?
No, you can't do it all in one day. You can try, and it's fun trying.
So what's the leadership philosophy that you kind of subscribe to, and how has it evolved? How has your leadership philosophy changed over the years?
Well, with my Xerox Corporation days, I ended up in management. I'm not in management now. I'm doing sales now in the printing press. But back in the day, it was all about respect, being a good listener, and just letting people be themselves and try not to go beyond that. But I think respect is probably the biggest thing you can have with not only people you work with, but people you reach out to as clients.
Absolutely. And last question here. I got to use my little cheat sheet here today for our first podcast here. But what advice do you have for building and maintaining strong and professional relationships within your industry?
I think I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself, but again, it goes back down to respect, trust, be honest with everybody in your circle, whether it's your clients or people you work with. If you don't know something, tell them you don't know it and you'll find out. But it's just having that credibility to do the right thing. And like I started out this conversation, have fun. It's got to be fun, or why do it?
That brings up a really good point. One thing I try to tell people a lot is if you don't know something, admit it right out. Don't pretend. Just say, I'm not sure, but I'll find out, right?
You lose credibility right there if you try to say something else or make it up, to finish the sentence.
They say, fake it till you make it, but that doesn't mean make it all up, right?
Exactly. You don't want to make it up. Be honest and have fun.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Joe with an E.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for listening today. This is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.